Hear me out. It's one thing to be aware of negative energy and negative manipulation and energy manipulation, negative energy manipulation, and to protect yourself and to keep your vessel clear and trying to heal everything and balance everything so that you can be a clear channel and a pure channel for light forces to come in and light energy to come in. But it's another when you take your power and are consciously aware of it and employ the light forces and the shadow forces for yourself in a light way. It's taking the offensive is what it is. Instead of just being defensive, instead of just keeping your defenses up and trying to maintain yourself, it's actually being defensive and taking the offensive as well, which is fighting the spiritual war from the conscious ground, from the 3D realm, from your consciousness, from being consciously aware in the moment. And so, and knowing that you are a pure channel and that you are of good and bad, or good and bad, light and dark, but using it for light purposes, for good purposes, for positive purposes, to count, not just only to counter. Well, no, to counter really is what it is. To counter offensive is what it is. Because as of lately, what we've done mainly is just bring in the light and the light energies, and they're they fight and they protect us and all that kind of stuff to bring down the light. But it's another when you bring down the light and then you consciously direct them in a light way. And it is to spread peace and to spread harmony is one of the ways to be able to do that, is one of the ways to be counteroffensive. But it's also to direct toward the negative energies and the negative manipulation specifically in a conscious way. So the wrongs and the injustices in the worlds that we know of, that's what's calling down God's judgment. Is when you see something that's wrong and you haven't done anything wrong, but you can see how it's wrong, and you go, okay, I call God's judgment on that because that's messed up and that shouldn't be happening. And then the light forces come in and they can come in but see, that's we're the channel. We are the ones with conscious choice that have to bring down those energies consciously into this realm for them to be able to manifest out and to be able to work on our behalfs and on the light behalf, on the behalf of the light. And so to counter those negative and dark forces. And so it's just food for thought, because one of the things that I've been doing, like I said, I already posted a video, was that I invoke the law of energetic reciprocity, which states that no energy consciousness can come into or interact with my energy consciousness with ill or negative intentions or lower vibrations. And I call upon my divine spiritual team of light, love, and higher energies to support, protect, and fortify this divine energetic principle. So me doing right there, that's pretty much any energy that tries to mess with my energy, they can't, because I'm not doing that to them, and that's just equal. That's just reciprocity. That's just you can't come at me when I'm not coming at you, type deal. It's just that's equality. That's God. And you have to be able to consciously call that in. And then, but I took it a step further with a counteroffensive, and I consciously have commanded with love and respect for myself, it within my DNA and energy, to be able to activate that within my energy. So any negative energies at all that try or lower vibrations that come into contact with my energy are either instantly dissolved or instant karma or something, along those lines. But it's almost like it's kind of like Orihime Shun Shun Rika off of Bleach. It's absorbing that energy and then sending it back. It's like a return to sender, pretty much. You know what I mean? Type of deal. It's dissolving that energy, and then it's either dissolving and neutralizing that energy, or completely alchemizing it and turning it into a positive and taking that energy out, sending it back out and decimating that energy. In other words, because I'm consciously bringing those energies down into within my energy. But if we're limitless and we're infinite, we make up the rules of our energy in that way. As long as we stay with our pure divine channel, we can do that. And that's what bringing magic is into the world. That's why you can't get caught up in the 3D manifestation of things, because it's, like I said, it's attaching your energy onto outside circumstances that aren't relevant. They're not important. They're not that, you can't take them with you when you die, all that kind of stuff. So instead, use your imagination. In what ways, if you could be a superhero, if you could be, how would you have your energy and your DNA be? And in a light way, like I said, with the forces of light. And the forces of light, especially where we are, we have good and we have bad. That's why there's dark feminines, and you know what I mean? And they're not evil. They just They own their shadow and their light. That's what it is. And they use it unified as whole. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying not just feminine, but masculine as well. We're trying to unify ourselves with shadow and light to become stronger and become back to what we are instead of being divided and split. Because we're not as strong when we're divided and split. So we come back together, we heal the things that we need to, and then we integrate them and we become whole again. Well, we can use either side then. As long as we do it in a way that's pure with our own intentions, then we're good, dude. We have the forces of light and of dark on our side. And that which makes us extremely powerful in this dimension, in this realm, for the spiritual war that we are actually fighting. For the energies that we're trying to, for the scales, like the light already won, but we just have to, like I said, we have to transition and we have to still, it's like dissolving and dissipating all those energies that have been there and unifying them and integrating them so into a unified whole for all of us. We've been fragmented and split and divided for so long that there's those divisions are still there. Just because the light won and eradicated most of the dark forces doesn't mean that damage hasn't been done. It means that damage needs to be healed. It needs to be acknowledged and healed. And that's where we're at right now, is trying to heal that, and there's still dark forces. Since we're still in the 3D realm, there's still dark forces that can come in and still alter that. So it's an active war. It's literally an active state of, you know what I mean? Trying to heal and at the same time being attacked while trying to heal those things that have been fragmented and divided within us. It's one hell of a fucking ride, let me tell you. Like, no shit. That is one thing when you're trying to heal and balance yourself. And at the same time, you have things that are coming at you, trying to divide you still. It's a pain in the ass. It really is. It's not for the faint of heart, is what they say. It's not for the faint of heart. You have to be strong to be able to do this. You have to be strong to be able to face these things and to be able to overcome them. To be in battle while trying to heal from battle is rough, but that's why there's other energies that are out there to help us, and we just have to call them in. We have free will choice, so we have to acknowledge them. They can't step in for us. That respect is part of God, of love. And so they honor and respect us. And so we have to call them in. But once we do, and then we have to believe they're there once we do, that we do have that support and we do have that aid and that help. And we will. That's what I mean. Now we're going into the Aquarian age, and it's to bring back the magic. It's to bring back the elementals. It's to bring back the things within us that we thought are silly, that we're stupid, or that all that is part of us. And like I said, isn't it kind of weird that we were taught to believe that it's silly and it's stupid and all that kind of stuff. All those things that we were taught to think that way are the same things we need to look at and wonder if they are true, because they are true. We're limitless. We are infinite. We are multidimensional beings, and we are multi-consciousness. And we manifest our reality. We literally do. And so to believe that those things are silly are the same reasons we need to actually believe that they're not. Like who said they were silly anyway? That's what you need to question. That's the question right there. Why? Who's telling you that? Why are they telling you that? Is it to keep you in a controlled state so you don't realize who you are and how powerful you really are? I'm thinking. But anyway, yeah, so that's what I mean. That's where I'm at right now. It's, instead of just protecting my energy, now I'm taking the offensive, man. I'm activating within my DNA energetic principles, energetic, why not? You know what I mean? Like, so my energy, if there's any kind of any energy that comes near me, I have automatic defenses which I have employed my ancestors, my angels, my elementals, my deceased loved ones, spirit animals, spirit guides, masters, mother, father, Adonai, God, creator, source, celestial star families, you know what I mean? So like, and they're all part of me because we're connected, we're interconnected. And so if I employ them consciously, right here, right now, consciously, then that's part of me. That's in my environment. That's manifested out into my reality. And that's what we need to start doing. And that's how we bring the magic back in, is realizing what we're capable of and then implementing that capability, that potential. And then believing that it's true, because that's what actually, we're so, like I said, we're so powerful that our belief frequency is what actually makes our manifestations. And so if we have any doubt at all, it's going to squash it. It's going to counter that. It's going to make it so it doesn't happen. So we have to believe, and we have to be certain in those beliefs. That's the omnipotence of God. That's like an omniscience is knowing that it's true, knowing something, belief that it's true, the faith that it's true. And then it happens. We are that strong. So just start thinking outside the box, man. That's what I'm trying to say. Instead of just being on the defense or being protective of your energy, be protective and implement more. Go further with it, man. Like what could you do if you had superpowers and all that kind of stuff and you were fighting a spiritual war? It wasn't even a spiritual war. Think about it Marvel wise, like I said. Use your imagination. That's what it comes from. Mind or imagination is where that's where manifesting comes from. It's from our visualization techniques. And so imagine, go outside of the box and think of the things that's one thing that has always been cool about me, is that I have always been able to think outside of the box. I don't let anything hinder or limit me in the ways of my ability to be open-minded, and which makes me powerful. And it makes everyone else powerful too. All the things that keep you from being open-minded and thinking outside of the box are limiting you, but they are self-imposed limitations because you accept those limitations from the outside world as yourself. You are the only one that can take those limitations away. Once you do, though, you're free. You have to take away the limitations that you have imposed on yourself, whether knowingly or unknowingly. We are the only ones that can do it. We have the power. That was the thing. The dark forces manipulated us and controlled us to not see our power, to influence us into imposing the limits within ourselves. And it's been a hell of a thing trying to get rid of those fuckers. Let me tell you, because this is ancestral, this is lineages, this is lifetimes worth that's in our DNA that's been hard, to overcome, but it can be done because we are that strong of a creature. Just gotta believe, man. For real.